Hey, what's going on, guys? 18 Set Shadow here. The release of Set 3 of the Fables continues with more increases and some decreases that we've been seeing for a few big cards for this format. So let's go ahead and take a look at what we've got here, starting with one of the decreases, which is Daiwa Scarlet from Uma Musume. This has been the key component of most pure Uma Musume decks, the main win con, if you will. And the card has been dropping in value for the last few days, where we can now find a number of copies available for $10 to $11 right now, and recent sales have all been around $14. But I guess with more players looking to jump ship and move into Set 3 material, this was something that was that had a chance to happen. Next up is going to be a Set 2 card, Draco Maner Rights, where this one is holding pretty steady when it comes to the premium foil version. It's one of those that consistently got bought out over time, but it is still a key component of Discard Dragon, which is still likely to be one of the bigger decks of the format, and may not see that many changes, even with Set 3 now out. And we have to come back to Dark Angel Olivia because, as you can see, we are now down to 3 listings on this card, and one of them is a lightly played listing. Not to mention, if you take a look at the recent sales, you can see we're getting back up into $35 for a number of copies here. And the only copies that are left range from $26 all the way to $40. And the only one with multiple copies is the one at $40. So, yeah, Olivia does have a spot in some decks right now, but it is a shame to see that it just spiked right back up like that. Then we've also got Dark Dragoon Forte, which we haven't covered in a while. It's still played in most Dragon builds at this point, but there are quite a lot of copies available. So the price has stayed relatively low in comparison to when this set first came out. It's easy to pick up the base legendary at around $10 right now, and then if you want the Evo version, it's $1. Super legendaries of this card are also lower than their market prices. You can pick up the base form at $25 and the Evo for $4 right now. And if you want the ultimate rare, that one is still pretty far up there at $145, and only for the Evo version, where its market price is $150. So if you're looking budget, it's not gonna break the bank, but it's still a decent price. John the Arc is a card that has really fallen off since it first came out, with a lot of listings available on its base, starting at $2 with 33 listings. And if you want the Evo, that's another one that's just underneath $1. Most of the Evos, when it comes to Set 1, just don't hold that much value as legendaries as compared to their base forms. Super legendaries, well, the base form holds some value at $15, while the Evo version is really low. It's barely any higher than the regular legendary of the base form at $289. And if you want the Evo Ultimate Rare, that's $65 base right now, which is around the same price as when we last took a look at it. I'm going to revisit Erd. Right now, the card still has lots of listings available, but given how Fairy Tail decks tend to play right now with the EX area, Erd could be a hidden tech or a surprise tech that some players may consider throwing into their deck as a way to take out certain strategies where Alice may try to put things on track. But ultimately, when it comes to Fables, they use the EX area more often, so Erd is a potential threat when it comes to that. But right now, it's still a cheap pickup. 50 cents right now if you want to pick up the regular form, and if you want the Evo, it's $2.50 right now. But that is lower than its market price of $3.14, and there are still over 30 listings on it. I'd just watch it just in case you do want to pick it up. The January Showdown promos are now on TCG Player. We've got the champion promo Silverbolt, and one of the 2 participation promos, the Carrot, which is for Uma Musume, and then we've got Surefire Bullet as well. So if you're looking for the prize versions and participation versions of these, they're available on TCG Player to sell and to buy. There are no listings as of yet, but we'll see what happens. Now moving into set 3 singles, and we're gonna start with the Niji Sanji collab, Mili Parfait, which takes the slot of Wizardess of Oz in the game. And currently, if you want to pick up the regular legendary, it's $280 base. Market price is over $5 on that one. The other listings that are available, we do have... Oh, there's a promo version of it as well on top, the leader card, which... Don't tell me. So I got 5 boxes of this set, and all I pulled were drawings. But I'm gonna guess that this was actually a box topper as well, since it's saying promo. In any case, that promo is $10, same as the market price. If you want the signed version, that is over $220 right now. And if you want the leader card, okay, we've got the promo leader card, and then we've got the one that you can pull from a pack, the foil version, at $284 right now. And it's at 4 listings at this point. In terms of short listings, it's really only the leader cards, and there are 10 listings for the SP version, but as for the regular legendary, there are 29 listings, so no big rush to pick up that. Then you've got Alice Wonderland Explorer, which is probably the most hyped card of the whole set. It's neutral, it's used in pretty much every fairy tale deck, and on top of that, its Evo is also quite expensive. If we take a look at base legendaries, the base form is $25 right now, and the Evo is $16.77. Both of them are a little lower than their current market prices. And in terms of listings, compared to yesterday, there are a number that are available. 11 for the base form and 8 for the Evo. You look at the super legendary versions, that's a step up of the base, where the base form is currently $56.79 base price, and the Evo, that one's not as big, it's $24.40. But then, of course, that's because you've also got the ultimate rare of the Evo, which is currently $155 with a market price of $157. Alice is up there, and I would anticipate that it will continue to rise given how often it'll get used in decks. Going into some other singles, we've got Harras Tea Time, which a lot of these silvers and golds right now are sitting in the 40-cent range, or 40-cent range plus, so there isn't really much to talk about in terms of those. But when we look at some of these cards' foils, they are a bit of money right now. Harras Tea Time is currently $4.90 base, and the market price is the same, with 6 listings left to pick up. Then you've also got Actus Faeia, which this is a card you're going to want to watch out for, as this is, just like Alice, played in a lot of fairy tale decks. There are plenty of listings available when it comes to the silver, but if you want the foil version, well, we're going to go into this one, because there is something you have to see here. Currently, the base price is $5.19, and there's only 1 copy. All other copies that are currently available are at least $16 for this foil. And I was looking at it just a few minutes ago. It had 1 listing at $4.20, which it looks like someone just bought that. So, yeah, this card's foil is really going there. Can it sell for $15? Well, it already has, but it has only done so once. So we'll have to see just how well buyers can hold out on buying into that sort of price range. And the final card for today is Valiant Fencer. Swordcraft, and it has an Evo form as well, which, when we take a look at the base rarities, it's just over $8 with 8 listings, and then almost $3 with 20 listings if you want to pick up the Evo. And if you want the super legendaries of this one, The divide there is $13 for the base form and $8 for the Evo form. And when it comes to overall listings again, the Super Legendary of the Evo and the Legendary base form are both under 10 listings, while the Super Legendary of the regular form is just at 10 listings. But if you want the Evo version of the base, that's 20 listings. So it's a spread in terms of what's available and what's not here, but Valiant Fencer is one of those legendaries that is lower on stock in comparison to the others, so watch out for that if you're trying to build this deck. Thank you guys for watching. If you liked the video, please like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you guys later.